My mom laughed, saying, "You were the biggest mistake of my life." So, when the lawyer read the will, she finally understood why her name wasn't mentioned once. I was 12 when mom said it. We were at my grandmother's house for Sunday dinner. I'd just shown everyone my report card, straight A's. My grandmother was beaming, but mom rolled her eyes and said, "Of course she's a perfect student. She has no social life. Biggest mistake of my life was having a kid so young." Everyone went quiet. My grandmother's smile disappeared. Mom tried to laugh it off. "What? I'm just being honest. I could have traveled, had a career. Instead, I got stuck with her at 20. My grandmother didn't say anything, just looked at mom for a long time, then asked me to help her in the kitchen. I remember standing at the sink, hands shaking as I washed lettuce. Grandmother came up behind me and put her hand on my shoulder. "Don't you listen to that," she said quietly. "You are not a mistake." But the damage was done. That moment replayed in my head for years. After that dinner, things shifted. Mom started making those comments regularly. At my 8th grade graduation, well, at least one of us got to finish school without a screaming baby. At my high school awards ceremony, must be nice to have time for all these activities. I was changing diapers at your age. Every achievement I had became a reminder of what she'd lost. Meanwhile, my grandmother became my safe place. I'd ride my bike to her house after school. She'd have snacks waiting and actually ask about my day. She came to every school play, every sports game, every awards ceremony. The chair next to her was always empty, the one mom was supposed to fill. By the time I was 16, mom and I barely spoke unless we had to. She'd drop me off at grandmother's house for weekends and wouldn't even come inside. Just honk the horn and drive away the second I got out. Grandmother never said anything bad about mom, but I'd catch her looking at old photo albums sometimes, tears in her eyes, like she was mourning the daughter she used to know. When I got into college across the country, mom's only comment was, "Finally, some freedom." She didn't help me pack, didn't drive me to the airport. Grandmother did all of that. She slipped an envelope into my bag with $2,000 inside and a note that said, "For emergencies, I'm so proud of you." I called grandmother every week from college. Mom, maybe twice a year, and only when grandmother guilted me into it. After graduation, I got a job in Seattle, built a whole life there, met someone, got engaged. Mom didn't come to the engagement party, said it was too far to travel. Grandmother flew out, bad hip and all. Over the years, mom's calls became more frequent, but only when she needed something. Money for car repairs, someone to co-sign a loan, help with rent. I'd send what I could, but it was never enough. Then, last year, mom started calling grandmother constantly. I didn't realize how bad it had gotten until grandmother mentioned it during one of our weekly calls. She wants me to help her buy a condo, grandmother said, sounding tired. Says she deserves it after everything she's been through. I asked what she told her. Grandmother just sighed. I told her I'd think about it. That was one of our last real conversations. 3 months later, grandmother passed away at 89, peacefully in her sleep. The funeral was packed. Grandmother had touched so many lives. I gave the eulogy. Mom sat in the front row, dabbing her eyes with tissues, playing the grieving daughter. After the service, mom pulled me aside. "We need to talk about the house," she said. "It's worth at least $800,000. We should sell it and split everything." I just stared at her. "The lawyer hasn't even read the will yet." She waved her hand dismissively. "It's just a formality. I'm her daughter. You'll get something too, obviously, but the bulk goes to me." The will reading was scheduled for the following week. The whole family gathered at the lawyer's office. Mom showed up in a new designer outfit, hair freshly done, talking loudly about finally getting her inheritance and how she was already looking at condos in Florida. The lawyer opened the envelope, started reading. "My grandmother left me the house, her savings, everything, even her wedding ring." Mom's name wasn't mentioned once. She jumped up, screaming at the lawyer, "This is a mistake. I'm her daughter." The lawyer pulled out a sealed letter, my grandmother's handwriting. It said, "To my daughter, you called my granddaughter your biggest mistake. She became my greatest joy. I'm leaving her what you never valued, family." Mom tried to contest it. The lawyer had a recording. Grandmother had updated everything the week after that dinner. Mom hasn't called since.